Donnie's scratching it.
Donnie's scratching what?
Scratching something.
Donnie, what are you up to?
Sorry.
Donnie, we're trying to stream here. Please be professional.
Oh, did you go live?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's more than fine. I think that's a good intro. I think that's...
Hello, everyone.
Donnie's scratching something. Yeah, welcome everyone. It's a Friday. It's not Wednesday, so frankly, what the fuck are we even doing? But I had the itch to play some more of it, and Perrin was also excited. Perrin! What the fuck? Don't interrupt me by subscribing. How dare you?
I'm so sorry.
Pure imp Donny.
Pure imp Donny. Well, thank you, Perrin, for 21 months.
Yeah,
That's
a long
not
time.
real. That's a lie. Twitch is just making up numbers now. There's no such thing as 21. But yeah, I had the urge to play more of this, and I asked Perrin, and she was like, I mean, yeah, I may be free.
Yeah.
Because finally, for fucking once, we start these streams knowing what we're going to do next. Namely,
Yeah.
splash perfume
troll
on that
perfume.
fucker's shoes.
Oh my god, I was so fucking pleased with myself. I was like, the troll perfume!
Yes!
Definitely a reason they put it in the game.
Yeah. I think you had quite a few good sparks of inspiration last stream, so let's hope those continue. Let's have a look at the troll perfume, just in case Luton wants to say something really mean about it.
Obviously a very exclusive troll perfume. The label says KC2, potassium carbide perfume. The perfume for a troll or a woman.
What about a troll and a woman? Makes you think. Secret Friday stream, welcome in. Yeah, it's a Secret Friday stream. Don't tell anyone. Actually, no, do tell people. Bring them in. Bring them right into the middle of this mystery.
They'll love it.
Yeah. Just like, okay, so the thing is that we've got this one character who you've not seen yet he's got a cult with all of these other characters who we don't know who they are. So get ready for that.
And his name's Moon Cup.
It's Moon Calf. Close enough.
It's Moon Cup.
It's Moon Cup now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Moon Cup. You've been renamed.
I need your help again, Malaclips.
They'll all need my help sooner or later. They just don't know it yet.
Can we go back to the Inner Sanctum real quick? We just need to...
I need to
We
get
just need
back
to
into
splash
the inner
something on
sanctum.
Mooncalf's shoes.
I'll see what I can do. Provided you are still following in the ways of Errata, of course.
We're being incredibly
course.
erratic.
Yeah, obviously. Errata's all about making silly decisions and mistakes, right? We do that all the time. That's half of our playstyle. I don't know if you looked at the stained glass window when we were here last.
Pretty.
There were small stained glass windows in the inner sanctum depicting the story of how a valiant mortal, pure and gentle, was cruelly tricked, taunted, and tortured by the gods. Just for a laugh.
Yeah, that sounds like the gods, alright.
There wasn't much I could do to the windows.
Oh, there's plenty. You've got a crowbar. Use your imagination.
The noises.
That was ominous. What the fuck?
It was.
Oh, still going. Oh,
This
then...
happened last time.
I guess it did, but I think we just somehow didn't notice. Doing a hymn.
Oh, he was talking, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
I sprayed Mooncap's feet with Sapphire's troll perfume. That should make the little psychopath a little easier to follow.
Yes! Time to figure out where the fuck he's going. What the fuck he's up to.
Imagine that wasn't the solution.
If that wasn't the
Imagining-
solution,
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
have-
imagining it and getting furious.
I think I would have just, we're only 10 minutes into the stream. Most of that was preparation. I would have just ended the stream here, uninstalled the game, and never returned. You'd never see me again going to the woods.
Sapphire's perfume cut through the stench of the river like a troll wading through a dwarf street rally. The bright reek led into the shades, the oldest and most
That
dangerous
sounds like a
part
bad
of the
time.
city.
The shades.
The shades, the shades. Nothing bad ever happens in the shades. If you don't go there.
I might have to lock the cats out. They only start being like they've been just lying down all day, and as
As
soon
a
as I
wolf,
start
I listened
doing
to what
things,
the so-called
They know.
true believers were saying through one of the windows of the sanctuary.
Greetings, brethren. I
Friends,
call
friends,
to order
friends.
this extraordinary general meeting of the secret cabal of the true believers of Anu Anu.
You smell nice tonight, boss.
What?
What is that? KC2?
What are you blathering about, Foyd? Anyway, I see we're all
Foyd.
present.
Therma not present, boss.
Therma has to keep a low profile at the moment. Do not concern yourselves with her absence. Why should
sounds really
Therma
struggling this
have
time.
such special status? I have important business of my own to be doing, and these interruptions aid no one.
Quiet, satrap. Mooncalf wouldn't
Whoa.
have called us
It's
together
Wolf.
if it wasn't important.
Indeed not. There is an investigator, a Mr. Luton, who's been asking
Hi,
worrying
we're here.
questions. I think he may know about Nylon Ethertep.
I do now. I still say this is madness. There must be a better way to glorify our beloved Anu without taking such
We
risks.
might have to restart this.
You always were
Yeah.
the spineless one, Coombe.
Silence, Kondo. As chairman, I will not permit such disputes when the meeting of true believers has just been called to order.
When can we have a dispute?
It can wait until we reach any other business.
Damn.
Shh. What is it?
I heard something outside.
They say
wasn't us.
bravery
We
is
weren't even
what
here.
tells the men from the boys. Well, I was a wolf, so I figured I could be brave and still run away.
Sideways wolf.
Sarah, thank you for subscribing.
Everyone as this meeting sounds very nervous.
They're all stumbling over their words, aren't they? Yeah, we should have a look at that. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna. Ooh,
Is that the shade?
I presume that's the shades. Yeah. Okay, we'll investigate that after I restart the thing, though, because
Okay.
that was too much for me. Right, dear Lord, if we're quite done. The good news, I think, the sound didn't glitch or anything during finding the game back up. So
There's gonna be
hopefully,
some glitches. but
Yeah.
Just as long as it's not every.
it was every sentence, and I was like,
Yeah.
there's so many sentences in this game.
Yeah. It's all sentences.
Right. So what did we just learn in that last scene? We learned Therma wasn't there and is getting special treatment.
Yeah.
We know that they don't like us sniffing around, and we heard something
Yeah,
about
something about nylon.
nylon athertap.
Tep. Yeah.
Mooncalf's cultists had mentioned nylon ethertep, but at first I didn't know what it meant.
Oops, I haven't clicked on the thing. There you go.
Oh.
I'm just looking at the screen. At the stream.
I mean, as long as you can see the game, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
But the delay would be very weird.
Couldn't hear it.
Okay, you wouldn't be able to hear Luton's wonderful sarcasm and
Yeah.
being a terrible person. Right, so now we can go to the sanctuary, which is in the shades. So I guess that tracks.
Awesome.
Let's see what we can learn, if anything. More barrels. Let's hide in them.
Oh, it's beautiful.
No?
I love top-heavy buildings like that.
They are very cool. And real good atmosphere for this location. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, this looks
the hell?
fine. None of
They
this
just
looks
left the door
scary.
open?
Yeah, you know. If you've got a secret sanctuary, you can just leave it unguarded at all times of night.
Especially in the shade.
Exactly, especially in an extremely crime-ridden part of the city. Of an extremely
For
crime-ridden
some
city.
reason, the cultists had a map of Ankh-Morpork in the sanctuary. I couldn't easily take the map, but I could use
I was
it
gonna
to
say
work
you
out
could at
some
least
things.
take a look at what's there.
I didn't think the map was important.
Right, let's have a look at the fresco then.
The sanctuary was decorated with a strange and disturbing fresco. Closely examining the fresco, I could see that one of the symbols made a frequent appearance.
We can see that as well.
Yeah, we don't have to look that closely. A
I
good
made a sketch of
PI.
the symbol in
He's
the
got
book.
no eyes.
he put all of the mask that he would put into his eyes into his chin. He's
His
all
eyes do
chin,
look-
no eyes. Oh,
We did see them one time and it was terrifying. That's not what it looks like on the board.
you're
Not
right,
even
it isn't.
close.
He took some artistic liberties. It's fine.
We shouldn't.
I wanted to find out what the strange symbol in the sanctuary meant.
Yeah, we know, bud.
Too many points.
I
think.
wanted to find out what the
Oh,
strange
wow.
symbol
Good
in
job,
the
bud.
sanctuary meant.
Maybe we could Google it in the library.
Ooh, good shout. I'm thinking maybe we can draw it on the map.
The map couldn't help
Okay,
with that.
that seems... It did seem a bit of a long shot, but you never know. Okay, let's go check out the library then.
Cool.
Who would Sir like to see this time?
Library.
I'd like to use the library again.
Very well. I will show Sir the way, since it seems the labyrinthine corridors of this vast
Jason had
edifice
it.
are beyond
he have
Sir's
points?
meager navigational skills.
I thought it had the same number of points, but if he added points, he definitely shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it definitely added points.
Leighton, what are you doing? You silly goose. Oh, you know how to look this one up, do you? Alright.
I found the obscure star-like symbol in the Necrotelecomnicon discussed for students. It called it the
Telecomnicon.
sign of the eel, or the Elver sign. It was apparently a protective ward against some of the older, darker gods of the Discworld. The tome also explained how to inscribe one, the order of tracing being very important. Not that I believed any of this mumbo-jumbo, but hey, you can't afford to be too careful, right?
It sounds like you might need the guy on how to draw it there, Luton. If Bruin and Ravane are correct. We also had Nylon Athatep. Let's have a look.
The Necrotelecomnicon was a book that legend spoke of, saying
could've
that
just
any
looked it up
mortal
while you had
man
it
who
last
read
time,
would
bud.
be driven insane.
Yeah.
I learnt about it from a copy of Necrotelecomnicon discussed for students with practical experiments that I found in the library. In this
like
tome,
10
there is a
seconds ago.
description of the
Yeah.
old dark gods of the disc,
feel like you shouldn't
including the
have practical
terrible laddering
experiments in this
horror.
book.
Laddering
Nylon
horror.
The laddering horror. Nylon
Athatep
Athatep.
was once summoned by
Yeah.
a series of 8 murders, forming a perfect
Oh.
octagram, focused at the center of the Circle C, thus releasing it from the sunken city of Leshp, where he was trapped, along with drunken Cthulhu Bapalulu. The book speculated about the whereabouts of Nylon Athatep now, but beyond him being safely imprisoned somewhere around the Circle C, it drew no conclusions.
Wow. Oh man, we
Ooh,
got so many
tuna.
clues. We're such good detectives. Holy shit.
They were so stingy with the clues until like
Until literally today, I think.
yeah.
In the past, an octagram of murders had been involved in summoning Nylon Athatep.
I mean, they're kind of similar. But not similar enough. Okay.
Can we look that one up?
The octagram of I mean, we did just find it, but let's give it a go. No clue Wednesday. They only appear on Fridays.
I looked up the octagram of murders in the library, but I could only find
Well, that's
the
strange, 'cause
entry
you've gone to an
I'd
entirely
already
different
seen in
part of the library for it.
Necrotelecomnicon discussed for students.
He's lying.
He's pulling it all out of his ass. Well, one thing my brain has just jumped to is if we had 8 murders and we have that map in the shades, maybe we can track where the murders were done.
Yeah.
And see what's occurring.
We'll have to put like Mundy's murder from the Notebook and then on the map, maybe.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah. It's like we're doing actual crime solving.
Holy shit. Maybe we should have had a map this whole time.
Maybe we should have had one of the basic tools that most people have.
Oh wait, no, he hasn't added points. They're just too pointy. It threw me off.
There was an octagram of murders taking place in the city. It might help to find out exactly where each murder took place.
Let's go through and painstakingly add each one by one to the map. Okay. So...
The laddering horror is really good for Nylon at the top.
It's a great gag. Definitely one that went over my head as a kid, but it's brilliant. All right, Matham poisoned.
Last time I... Oh god, what? He's doing something.
He's drawing on the map. We came here with the explicit purpose of doing this.
I know, but I didn't know it was going to give us an FMV. I thought it'd be longer.
Fair.
Yeah, last time I left the house, I wore tights, and I didn't even make it to the train before there was like a snag in them because of the cat. Obviously.
I think you might just have to give up on tights with cats,
I'm not allowed
especially
tights
Gomez.
Anymore.
Especially with Gomez, like most
I'll wait
cats.
until I get
bad
outside
idea,
to
but...
put them on.
That's the solution. You're right. That's the most sensible way to approach this. Okay. Nearly there. There we go. Okay. So Malachite.
I knew precisely where 4 murders had taken place. I needed more information.
Don't we? We have more, don't we? Luton? We know where Reagan's murder and Mundy's murder happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yes. Nice.
I had found the precise location of 5 murders. I needed to know more.
Yeah, but give us a sec. We're working on it.
Maybe this is assuming we didn't already have all of this, but it seems absurd that you'll get to this point in the game.
Yeah.
So. Game design.
Game design. Yeah.
Oh, it's cute. It's adorable.
Yeah, I mean, you'd almost certainly have the wizard. I guess you might not have the merchant or the clerk yet.
The murders were marking out a perfect octagram.
He's really good at it. Holy
like
shit.
The one that had been used to free Nylonathotep from sunken Lesh centuries ago. If I was right, there would be 2 more murders. One in Dagon Street and one in the Wizard's Pleasance. If I knew which one was next, I could stake it out. In the center of the octagram was the Disc Theater, which almost certainly meant some kind of cosmic evil was entombed there. I can't say I was enthusiastic at the thought of checking it out.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be so pissed off when we find out that we've drawn on the map.
You know what? It is a fair point. We are definitely making ourselves very obvious here.
Yeah.
If only there was another way to get a map. If only. Oh, I was hoping we were going to get that jingle like 3 times. Geometry.
How did I know if Ilsa was there or not?
What?
What?
Have you got hold of Ilsa by accident?
I still had...
I think you did.
I think I still had Mundy hung upside down, but I don't know what that has to do with Ilsa. Okay.
Weird.
Oh shit, we have 3 whole locations now. Let's check out the Wizard's Pleasance. Because it
What's a
sounds... I
pleasance?
have not a damn clue, but the wizards have one.
The Wizard's Pleasance was a small, newt-haunted meadow in a horseshoe bend in the Ankh, inside the grounds of the Unseen University, separated from it but connected to the university gardens by the Bridge of Sighs. On summer evenings, if the wind is blowing towards the river, it is a nice area for a stroll.
So there's going to be a moida here.
Bushes!
Bushes!
Check the bushes.
The Pleasance was full of dense bushes.
Is there a murder in
I
there?
could hide in the bushes, but for how long? I'd need to know that the next murder was definitely going to be here before I did
well, you're
that.
just gonna have to wait until someone else gets murdered then, aren't you?
Come on, just think it through, Luton. Oh, you good there, bud? Luton? Oh, Luton, are you having a time? Oh, buddy.
Help him, Crib.
Are you having trouble with pathfinding, sweetheart? It's okay, it's okay. You can get there. Here you go. No, Luton. Luton,
Luton, you
please.
little tit. Come
Look
on.
at the wall. Luton.
The Pleasance was cut off from the city by a tall
He
exterior
could just
wall.
murder someone.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta, if you need the information, you gotta do something about it,
I
Luton.
couldn't easily scale the wall.
Ooh, but could you easily grapple it? Come on, Luton.
Okay, so I could have used the grapple to get over the wall, but there didn't seem any reason to do so.
Because it's there. Come on, Luton.
What's on the other side of it, Luton?
Don't act like you're
What if it's
shy about
murderer?
grappling up to places for no reason.
What if just behind that wall is the exact place where someone needs to be murdered?
Right, exactly. Maybe someone's already
we-
been murdered back there.
Can we check the bridge?
Oh, let's have a look.
Al-Khali was
Hi,
still
Al-Khali.
free.
Fucking Al-Khali. No, none.
We cannot look at the bridge now.
Okay.
Doing a quick sweep.
Just
No.
bushes and bushes.
Just bushes upon bushes. Ooh, let's be a wolf.
Ooh, Sniffy
On
Wolf.
a good
Sniffy
day,
wolf,
Pleasance
Sniffy
was
wolf.
apparently a nice place for a walk. Presumably today was not a good day.
That's the only smell here?
Uh-huh.
That's a shame. Alright, let's check out...
Think of the smells on the other side of that wall, though.
Just think about it, Luton. Think of what brand new worlds you might smell. Come to think of it, maybe we should have smelled Sanctuary
The
as
moon
well.
over Dagon Street lit
yeah.
the rundown alley. It
We'll do that
didn't look
after
like
this.
anyone was around. It was as abandoned as the Octarine
thinking.
Parrot on open stage night.
Sign.
Oh, these places are really cool. I never
Yeah.
I
One of the
never
shops
got
in the
this far, I
street
don't
was
think.
called
I
the
don't
Three
recognize any
Jolly
of it.
Luck Takeaway Fish Bar. I remembered that name from somewhere. Something to do with Mr. Hong. I remember he went missing somehow.
Sorry? Was that a little reference, or was there a joke in there?
It
Was
might
he
be.
was he
I
just having
wasn't
fun?
about to take the sign.
Oh, why not? What if you need it?
The abandoned fish bar was boarded up tight.
Well, you know what can help get rid of boards. A werewolf. Nice little reference to one of the books. Ah, okay. Window, window. Ta-da! Oh, this music is creepy.
The fish bar was littered with assorted debris.
Pick the debris up.
Amongst the debris, I found a bone that seemed a little out of place.
Nope.
Who's Bone?
Oh.
But who was Bone?
I didn't
Who
want to
was
take the
Bone?
bone. It was bad enough that I'd been carrying around some dead troll's
I
tooth
mean, that
all
is
this
pretty
time.
fucked.
The bone seemed out of place somehow. I wasn't sure why.
Okay, I'm gonna sniff that bone in a sec. Let's just check. If this... don't you giggle at me, Perrin.
Who didn't?
The fish bar was full of cooking pots. Only to be expected, I guess.
Oh, was it Donnie? Okay.
No, I locked those cats out.
You gave up your only alibi.
There was a disturbing
Ooh.
dark magenta scent in the fish bar. Something that resonated with cosmic evil.
Ooh.
It scared me. It scared me that anything could have such a disturbing scent. And it scared me that I could tell what color cosmic evil was.
Evil magenta.
Why does it look like the same color as women?
The game's making a fucking statement right now. Holy shit.
Seriously.
Cosmic evil is just concentrated woman.
The dark magenta scent was deep and sinister.
It smelled like lipstick and boobs.
It smelled like a dame. Okay.
There was definitely some similarity between the magenta and dark magenta scents, but it wasn't clear to me what that connection might be.
Try...
Can we follow this?
Try Ilsa.
You know what? We gotta give it a go, but I think he's gonna say much the same.
The dark magenta scent was like nothing I had ever smelled.
Oh.
It terrified
So it
me.
wasn't like woman.
There was a it's
Okay.
Okay, fine. We can't follow the fog. What do you want us to do about the bone?
That's what the bone... Is that not what smells?
Maybe? Let's use the bandages on the bone.
I could wrap the bone up in bandages, but what would that achieve?
I don't know.
I still
even have
didn't
to
want to
touch it.
carry it around with me.
Oh, fine.
Fine, Prissy. Trouble is, quite often in this game, I don't know if I'm missing something because the screen is so dark, or if it's... I don't actually
The
remember.
fish bar was full of cooking
pots.
pots. Only to be expected, I guess.
Take one, take
I
one.
don't know what the last thing cooked here was, but it seemed to have been prepared recently.
Very well.
We can't steal it. Boo.
We can't, no. Unfortunately. Alright. Can we smell out here?
I didn't like to transform in the streets. You never knew who was watching.
I guess that's fair. I don't think there's anything else in here, though.
So we can't be a wolf and then climb out the window?
No. Unfortunately.
Maybe we've got to come back for the bone if it becomes relevant.
Maybe,
He doesn't-
yeah.
Doesn't want to carry it around because what's the point? In case it comes up later?
I guess.
Maybe it doesn't.
maybe it's a red herring.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we still have the theater to check out, so let's do exactly that. I reckon. Doesn't want to carry around a spooky bone. Well, he's a coward then, isn't he? I'm just saying.
Everyone on the disc knows the legend of Eleanor of Tzot. Or at least everyone knows a legend of Eleanor of Tzot. Or Krinix. Or
this is the,
Ask most people and they'll tell you that she was the
This is the
cause
dialogue
of
we had at the
Tzotian
opening of the game.
Wars. Of course, ask most people and they'll tell you the
one that we
patrician
couldn't read
is
because
a
it was going
kind
too
and
fast.
benevolent man.
Oh.
Never trust what most people tell you. The real cause of the Tzotian Wars was a little-known goddess called Errata.
You gonna read the whole thing, or no? I guess not. Look at them pants.
Puffy pants.
There was a
Want some
flyer
puffy
left
pants.
behind on one of the seats.
I'll take that for no apparent reason. Sure.
Hooray! Can we look at it?
You'd think so, but I'm bad at clicking.
I'd picked up the theater flyer from the Disc Theater. It told me about the plays in the Disc's current season. The 8 plays in sequence were The Happy Prince of Copperhaven, Antilogy and Cleopatra, Kensington, The King of Ankh, The Leering King, The Tyrant, Truculus and Cressylic, and Titus Diplodocus. The flyer didn't tell me anything about them, though.
Potentially no, I'm fine. I'm thinking. that was a brain think noise. One thing that just immediately jumped out to me there though was that there's 8 of those, and we're currently very focused on 8s.
Can we combine the list with the...
I didn't see a link to the list of names.
Okay.
Apparently not. But maybe we will be able to if we look this up in the library and learn about the plays.
Can we talk to this guy if we go
Let's
to the stage?
find out. I hope so, and also hope not.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, we can definitely talk to him. Just gonna check for anything else first. No.
I love to pixel hunt.
Yeah, it's great.
That's pretty good. You've been acting long.
One is either born an actor, or one is never an actor.
Yeah, I can just see you paddling about the womb with a script in hand.
Do you doubt my credentials as the Disc's premier performer of dramatic scenes?
As far as I'm concerned, one actor is as good as another. You come on, you speak your lines, and then you get killed. How hard can it be?
Here I stand, your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised old man. Do you slight me such?
What?
You are not abreast of...
Don't worry, we slight
Wells'
everyone.
Then, stranger.
The name's Luton. And no, I don't know Whell's work at all.
My name is Previtier, and my realm is that of tragedy and comedy. The finest arts are my purview.
Yeah, if you say so.
How you doing, Prevetier?
So you're an actor.
It is my calling to tread the boards, and for this I am called an actor.
Translation, yes. Why do you talk like that?
When one is blessed with silk, one does not wear cotton.
What's that supposed to mean?
You are not familiar with the ways of the theater, are you, my boy?
No. I always thought
This
it was
is
about
another
getting
character. I
killed in
can't
a
tell if
different
I like
way
him
every
or I
night.
hate him intensely.
Well, that's part of it. But it's also about the lines.
I don't like him.
the
He
pomp
seems
and the
pompous.
circumstance. Men in skirts. Yes, yes. The play's the thing.
To catch the cash flow of the dim.
You disapprove? A man must his living make.
If he could make it with decent grammar, I wouldn't mind.
You should come and see the spectacle. Perhaps then you would cast less scorn upon our merry ways.
You want me to go to see a play?
Come to hear the wooden dialogue.
That's not much of a quote.
It was the best I could do at short notice.
What's playing at the moment?
Troculus and Chrysalic. The tale of the frailty of woman and the stupidity of a man in love.
With a lot of bloody deaths thrown in for good measure.
But of course.
Oh, maybe
Tell
he'll
me
just
about
tell
the
us
plays.
Would that I had the time to sing the praises of all Whell's masterworks. But time is short and life is fleeting.
Just tell me about the plays.
Our current
Fizzy, welcome in.
groundbreaking interpretation of Whell's most famous works.
I'll welcome you properly
pushing
when this
back
guy shuts up.
boundaries of art and style.
Groundbreaking?
'Tis a term we of the noble calling use to describe the way each generation improves and expands upon the themes laid bare in the soul by inspiration.
In other words, your murder scenes look more and more realistic every year.
The triumph of effects.
Unfortunately, the triumph of effects over plot.
The plots are as entrancing as the day they were first written.
In other words, you haven't had any new ideas in decades.
If the way is true, why err from it?
Ah, Fizzy, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How did the rest of Hollow Knight go? Have you beaten every boss in the game now? Have you finished all there is to finish in Hollow Knight? I bet yes. Welcome in, everyone. We are hot on the trail of the murders going on here in Ankh-Morpork, and we've learned that they're making an octagram across the map of Ankh-Morpork, which ain't great. Not a big fan of that.
Also, Luton can't draw.
He's not very good at copying an image, no. So yes, we plotted the locations of the 6 deaths we had on a map that we found in Mooncalf Sanctuary, and now we know where the last 2 murders are going to take place, but we don't know in which order. So we're just doing more investigating, and we're currently in a theatre, which is located at the centre.
Disc theatre.
The Disc Theatre. Located...
Disc is spelled wrong.
Spelled all weird and old-timey.
Old-timey.
Old-timey discs. And yeah, this is at the centre of the octagram. And yeah, that's about all you need to get caught up on. As long as you only need to get caught up on what's happened this stream.
Yeah.
He just added 2 extra points to the drawing of a star. Yeah. I'm not sure I can really think of. I guess we could ask about the counterweight killings since this is right at the center.
Have you heard of the counterweight killings?
A terrible state of affairs.
Oh no, he does know.
But do you know
Damn
anything
it.
about it?
I know it's been very good for the gate receipts.
Has anything unusual happened around here recently?
Who am I to say what is usual and what is an aberrance of nature?
Believe me, if I had someone else to ask,
This feels
I
like a
would.
guy who's a bit like Malaclips, to be honest. But rather than spouting nonsense, it's more questions.
Missed his role?
He was supposed to be playing canapé,
Ooh.
but he didn't turn up. I don't know where he is.
Where he is? He still hasn't turned up.
Probably afraid we're going to eat him alive when he finally drags his sorry carcass back here.
Who's this?
I was talking over it, so I didn't hear.
Oh.
Sorry.
Have you? But do you? Has any?
Who am I to say?
Believe?
The closest to an unusual occurrence
Lucius.
was when Lucius, miserable souse that he is, missed the role in Titus Diplodocus.
Missed?
He was supposed.
Okay.
Okay.
No idea who that is, but
Hey.
that sounds like Lucius is very dead to me.
Yeah. Like, if we had the bone, we could ask him, does this look like your friend Lucius's bone? But
what were Lucius's bones
phone.
like? You know, as an actor, I'm sure you must have seen his bones.
Well, don't shit all over me theories, crap.
Hey, I'm agreeing with you. It's the game that won't let us bring the bone to this man.
Dead man's pointy boots.
Dead man's pointy boots. Dead man's pointy boots.
What would you say if I told you I suspected people are being murdered to summon a terrible entity to destroy the city?
I would say, doomsday is near. Die all, die merrily.
Oh, that's
That's
encouraging.
from one of these silly plays, isn't it?
The King of Ankh, Act 4, Scene 1.
I was serious, you know. The disc might be the focal point for infernal forces that could destroy the city. I'd enjoy talking to you a lot more if you'd just stop quoting those damn plays. Do you realize how pathetic this makes you look?
What? Must I hold a candle to my shames?
You know, I think I'll be glad if this place does get destroyed by horrors from beyond time and space.
It'd be great publicity. Should I tell them how to spell my name?
Just saying, Luton, everyone has to have a gimmick when you're talking to them, apparently. That's just the way this works. Remember in all the Discworld books where every single person that any font talked to was extremely obnoxious?
What about nylon at the top?
What would you
He wears
say if I
tights.
told
Oh,
you I
it looks to be
suspected
the
people were
exact
being
same.
murdered to
Oh,
summon
no.
I would say.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Elva sign?
I didn't want to mention the sign
Why
of the eel to
not?
just anyone. They'd think I was mad.
Okay. Thank you for answering my quest.
Drop it.
What would you s-
Oh, god damn it. The Elva sign was this one? Yes. Okay, clicking on that just brings us back to the text version.
Okay.
I couldn't possibly help you with that, my boy. I couldn't possibly help you with that, my boy.
Okay. Let's try the flyer.
What can you tell me about this flyer?
Ah! The proud harbinger of our festivities, the page that trumpets the act that illuminates the soul.
That inhabits the body that slept on the seats that sat in the theater that shoddy carpenters made.
Do you mock me, my boy?
Oh, you're way ahead of me on that one.
Ask if he knows anyone on the list.
Yeah.
I'd keep the list of names to myself until I
Luton.
knew more
Is
about
Lucius
it.
on the list? Can we read it to
I
ourselves?
found a list of 8 names in the pendant. The name that stood out was Thermos.
We can, but I think I have to leave this conversation.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had...
Ah! Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Whatever.
Okay. Notebook, no. What if we just turn into a wolf right in front of this guy?
The names on the list were
Oh, no.
Mooncalf,
Yeah.
Sacktrap, Therma, Coom, Gelid,
I guess he wouldn't be on the
Warm,
list if
Foyd,
that's the list of
and
people
Kundo. Some I recognize.
That is
Unless they have to
true.
sacrifice
Some were
one of their
strangers to
own.
me.
Yeah.
The
Well, I
question
mean, they
was,
might.
what did they have in common?
Yeah.
But
Why did
yeah,
someone
I
have
think,
a list of their
I think you
names,
are
and
right.
how did they get it into the pendant?
Okay. I think if we go look these plays up in the library, maybe?
Yeah.
They'll give us a clue as to who represents each one.
Who would Sarah like to see this time?
I just want to see the books. I don't want to talk to
Can we
people.
just
I
click
just want
buy
like
and
to
then
use
walk
the
up the
library.
stairs?
Very well.
I think we could, actually. Okay. Inventory lawyer. Library research. I know, he's actually doing detective work. It is beginning to feel a bit like the library was just like, okay, we'll make this room for when we don't have any other ideas for how to
I
solve
looked up
puzzles.
Quell in the library and found his complete works. In there was a discussion of the 8 great tragedies, Quell's bloodiest works. From the About the Author paragraph, I learned that Quell was a dwarf who was banished from his tribe not only because of his claustrophobia, but because of his tendency to daydream. Both undesirable, to say the least, if you work in a mine. 102, and in the prime of his life for a dwarf, Quell now worked for Vittler's Plays at the Disc Theatre as one of the premier playwrights of the day. The 8 great tragedies were given in great detail. 8 plays, each with a collection of murders, usually with one more particularly gruesome or grotesque than the others, presumably for use in publicity trailers. The publicity trailers helped draw people into the theater by being towed around town to display posters. There was something suspiciously familiar about some of those murders.
I can't believe it took me until now to see us sitting on a nice crab. I am. Perrin made the coziest looking crab in the world, and they're fucking adorable, and I love it.
It's asleep.
It's
a sleepy
snoozing.
crab.
It's a snoozing little crab. Well, a snoozing enormous crab, I guess, but that's besides the point. Right, let's have a look at what we've learned about Quell's plays then.
I'd learnt about the 8 great tragedies, a series of plays written by the
Perrin's
dwarfish
extremely
playwright
talented.
Quell, each featuring at least one outlandish murder. Something about the 8 great tragedies reminded me of recent events in Ankh-Morpork.
Really? What could those be? Alright.
Octagram of
8
murders.
plays, an 8-pointed symbol. There had to be a connection.
Yeah, bud. Okay, now we... okay. Nope, that's not. I don't know what I need to combine to make him come to this conclusion.
8 plays, and
Yeah,
8...
we know. We know, bud.
To what conclusion?
That we can maybe use this list as a way to determine who's next.
Oh, yeah.
The 8
Can we
plays
not
being
just
shown
look it
were
up again?
definitely the 8 great tragedies.
Maybe we can, actually. Let's give it a go.
I missed half of it. I think I zoned out.
To be fair, we were talking about the crab partway through.
The 8 great
Yeah.
tragedies were still in the
I think he was
complete
just
works
saying
of
that
Quell.
the
Well, it
8
wasn't
plays
like they were
had
going anywhere.
like one
Cheery
particularly
collection of
gruesome
plays.
murder in each of them.
Titus Diplodocus, Titus
Okay,
was
maybe
responsible
this is
for
what we're getting to.
dismembering and eating various people before meeting his own grisly demise. In almost all the other plays, the lead met a horrible end. The Happy Prince of Copperhaven, who was poisoned at the end, and Tilogy and Cleffatara, who were stabbed and poisoned by an asp, respectively. Kensington, who was strangled by his wife. The Leering King, who had his eyes gouged out. The Tyrant, who was stabbed repeatedly in the back. And Truculus and Cresselik. He gets dragged through the streets of Sort until dead, and she is one of the tiny handful of protagonists to actually survive one of Quell's action-packed blockbuster murder fests. If they held a Protagonists of Quell's Tragedies annual reunion, the only other person there would be the lead role in The King of Ankh.
That definitely told us more stuff.
It did.
Why can we look up things twice and it give us different information?
It is annoying. It's quite silly. 'Cause,
'Cause,
I
like,
mean,
um, maybe we had to go back and sniff the meeting room.
Oh yeah, shit, you're right.
The wolf.
Well remembered. The only other thing I'm maybe thinking is the first one he mentioned, where a dude got eaten. Maybe we can now link that to the bone.
Ooh, okay.
The scent of the troll perfume blotted out everything else in the sanctuary.
Easy come, easy go, I guess.
God damn it.
God damn it. Okay. It feels a bit tenuous, but I'm going to try it. And then we can theorize when this inevitably achieves nothing.
This seems like a street that someone could be dragged down as a murder.
Ooh, true. Very true.
But what's with the bone?
What is with the bone?
I needed a little more to go on than just a bone.
Well, you're
What
the
if
one who
we
refuses to do
access
anything.
the watch at the Sudoppel's yard, maybe? I don't know if they're still going to be helpful. No, Nobby sometimes is helpful.
he's got an idea now and then. Yeah, let's run things by Nobby. Surprise Discworld, welcome in, Tam. Yeah, we were just feeling like some more Discworld, and it's great. And Nobby's here.
Just thought we could have a little chat.
Maybe some Mario Kart in a bit.
Oh,
Ooh.
all right then.
I can
Make it
attempt
quick.
Okay, let's have a look at what Nobby might be able to tell us.
Octograms of murders weren't exactly something you could bring up.
No,
in
heaven
passing.
forbid we bring it up to the watch, you know. I'm sure they won't have any interest in our theory.
I didn't want to mention the sign of the eel to just anyone. They'd think I was mad.
Okay, yeah.
You're not going to believe this, but I have
This
to
one
tell
you'll
you
tell him about, though.
There's a cult at
Jesus.
work in the city, and if we don't stop them, they're going to destroy the city at the very least, and probably a lot more beside. Frankly, I don't know who else to turn to, and I thought I might be able to get you on my side. You're right. That I can get you on my side? Nah, that I'm not going to believe it. I'm sorry, Luton. Coming back from the grave is one thing. I mean, we all know that it happens all the time, don't we? But cults plotting to destroy the city. Nah, sorry. You're just pulling my leg. We'd know about it. And now you do. I've just told you. Really? Got any evidence?
This bone. This bone that I won't pick up.
Yeah. There's a map in a building, but I guess that probably isn't much evidence in and of itself.
Show him the list.
Ooh.
I'd keep the list of names to myself until I knew more about
I keep
it.
wanting to call him Leighton. Luton.
Do you know anything about the plays at the Disc Theatre?
Sure, might as well while we're here.
No.
Well. What do you think of this?
Can't help you with that, Squire.
I suspect everyone's going to just have a default, I don't know what that is, response to the pictures.
Can't help you with that, Squire.
Very well.
Unless we show it to Mooncalf. Not Mooncalf, the other one. Malaclips.
Good shout. Let's try.
I guess I'll see you around,
Best
Nubby.
friend
I'll try to
Malaclips.
avoid
Our
it,
best
though.
buddy. Who
Love
knows
him.
everything. Mm-hmm. Definitely got a clue in his head, that one. Hey, Malaclips. Looks like a weird, like, shrew man from above. What do you think of this, Malaclips?
Does an octogram of murders mean anything to you?
It means death and torment to everyone
I
around
mean, you're not
me.
wrong.
That's encouraging.
All right, Malaclips.
I need your help.
They...
They.
Bah.
Was not expecting that one. Hang on, I want to... Does he do that for the octagram as well, if it's from this view?
Yeah.
Okay, worth it.
Does this symbol mean anything to you?
It didn't a second ago, but...
But I had best not discuss it with you.
Why not?
I don't want anyone who's listening in to know I know what it is.
That doesn't help me much.
I can't tell you everything,
No?
Luton.
Okay, Nalanathatep, surely you've got something to say of this.
Yeah.
Do not say that name so loudly.
Why not?
There are some names you simply do not wish to speak without taking proper precautions. Now, don't say that word to me ever again.
Heard of Nylanathatep?
I just had to see if he had a different response if you tried it again.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't get us anywhere. We could try talking to Mooncalf about Nalanathatep, but I suspect I know exactly what Luton's going to say.
Oh my god. Sean is sending me fucking weird shit.
Hi, Sean.
Imagine if someone's balls hung from the end of their dick instead of the base and then drew me a picture.
Wait.
Why?
Wait, so the person with oddly placed balls just drew Sean a picture? Is that important to the situation?
I think Sean drew the picture. Sorry.
Okay, Sean.
What does the disc
like
theatre mean to you?
It is the site of the city's worst propaganda factory, where Hwell's plays are performed in front of hundreds of unsuspecting victims, whose minds are warped by his treacherous iambic pentameters.
Of course. I should have known.
It reminds me of when my sister once drew a Christmas card. And my mum, I think it was. No, it didn't have a cock on it. But she drew Father Christmas, but drew his like moustache up above his nose.
A classic.
Oh.
I was extremely scared of where that story was gonna go for a second. Oh, I don't know, man. Do you have anything to say about the plays other than the flyer?
Have you heard of the 8 Great Tragedies?
Indeed, the mind-washing propaganda of Hwell, the
Hwell.
Norman playwright. He attempts to lull the minds of his unsuspecting audiences into a state of torpor, gradually sucking their will to participate in life as they become addicted to his dramas.
Okay.
All right. I don't think we've gotten anything new out of that. Maybe we could.
Is Mooncalf hanging around?
Let's check.
The truth.
I think if Mooncalf isn't there, we can go and chat with Death
No one.
and see if Luton will say anything about the bone that we found.
With who?
Death.
Death. Okay, yeah.
Okay, Mooncalf isn't there from the looks. Which I guess isn't surprising. Because we've also not spoken to Death in a bit, and maybe the Count is dead. Wouldn't that be exciting?
I am not in a position to know how.
You know what? Shut up. I know we've not heard you say it this stream, but I don't care.
Still here, I see.
In a sense.
Howdy. Okay, looks like we can't talk about the bone. Can we talk about the octagram of murders?
Neither the Count nor Death seemed likely people
Really?
to discuss that particular matter with.
Death doesn't seem like a suitable person to talk about an octagram of murders with.
We could let him know he's in for a busy night.
Just saying,
Just a heads
we
up.
think we might know where your next 2 gigs are. Don't know which way around it'll be, but...
Neither the Count nor Death.
Really? Okay, fine.
Neither the Count...
Luton, going to strangle you in the wizard's pleasance or whatever it was called, and then we'll know.
What about the list?
Do you know anything about the 8 great tragedies?
I cannot help you with that.
And Death, I think, already knows about the imminent murder spree. I mean, yes, but also, like, come on.
Neither the Count nor... Do you know anything about the plays at the Disc Theater?
I cannot help you with that.
I'm not at all surprised. Okay.
Let's have a look at the map.
To the map.
Well, goodbye.
Well,
I'm sure we'll meet again.
Oh, you can be certain of it.
okay, so we have Mausoleum. Don't think we've got anything going on there. Wild Mansion, we've got the library. Wizard's Pleasance, nothing is happening yet. New Hall, Cafe, Patrician's Palace, Temple of Small Gods, Cemetery, Merchant's Guild, Luton, Rodan's Workshop, Sanctuary, Dagon Street, Octarine Parrot.
Maybe we could ask the guy at the uni, you know, who was guarding the library, see if he's still there.
Yeah. Oh, that's not the wrong building. I always think that the big building is the university, but it's not.
Yeah. That's just the halls, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, it's still a big building, but I always just expected it to be big and weird and twisty.
It'll be like a wing.
Yeah. Hey, fella.
Yeah, I think in the books, the Unseen
Still
University.
here?
Is that what it's called?
Someone has to keep an eye on the concourse.
Is like a big higgledy-piggledy impossible building.
Yeah, I feel like it is. I think it somehow keeps together, but no one knows how.
Magic.
Yeah. I mean, yes. Did you have anything?
Ask him about Warb.
I don't know that we.
If we show him that list.
I'd keep the list of names to myself until I knew
Okay,
more about
Leighton.
it.
Ooh. Unless Saturnalia is open again now. Now that we've overheard Warp.
Do you know anything about the plays at the Disc Theater?
Oh, I'm just a Bledlow, Luton. No, I don't know anything about that.
I don't suspect this man's going to know anything for us. So, is there anything we can think that we want to add to the
Well, I'd better leave you to it.
Or the Octarine board?
I
don't...
Was there anything in the books anyway?
In the ones we already got.
That already
got out. Yeah, that was just how we opened the pendant.
Okay.
But I don't think we've had anything else that Luton's tried to look up and couldn't in the other library, so I don't think we need to do that.
Maybe nylon.
Nylonathotep, yeah.
Nylonathotep.
Give it a go. Honestly, why can't you just say the name Nylonathotep? It's so easy to say.
I need to see it written out. There we go. Nylonathotep.
I didn't need to go to such elaborate steps to find out about
okay.
that. I could probably find a book about it at the Libraris Apocrypha.
I think until we look for something in the other library and it doesn't turn up, we don't need to worry about this.
Okay.
Saturnalia, are you open?
Be open, you bastards.
Saturnalia was locked up tight.
I'm not furious, you are.
Can we not go fishing in the river with our grappling hook?
See if we can find another body.
Yeah.
Okay. So our current main mysteries are what the fuck's up with that bone, and which of the two locations that we have is going to be the next murder.
Can we use the plays on the map?
On the one in the sanctuary?
Yeah.
Good shout. Let's give it a go. I think the only problem is, like, I do think there is that link, but all we know about is how the people are killed and not where, which
maybe
wouldn't necessarily tell us the order.
It'll be in the order that the plays came out.
But that's the thing. It's like which location relates to which.
The map couldn't help with that.
Unless, as you say, it's that street is where someone's going to get dragged through.
Yeah.
The map couldn't help with that.
Can we look at the map? Just
for some reason, the cultists had a map of Ankh-Morpork in the sanctuary. I couldn't easily take the map, but I could use it to work out some things.
Okay, what if 8 great tragedies? Oh, because it... what am I thinking? The thing we saw, it also showed how you had to draw, like the order you had to draw the thing in.
Oh.
So maybe... Octagram of Murders. Well, that's just the Octagram of Murders again, so maybe not.
Yeah. Can we use the Octagram of Murders
All this
on the map?
occult business spooked me out.
Or is that how we got it last time?
Sorry. He spoke over you.
Can we use the symbol on the map, or is that how we got it last time?
I think he's already got that conclusion. Yeah. I think the only thing we need is the order.
The murders were marking out a perfect octagram, just like the one that had been used to free Nylanethotep from sunken Lesh centuries ago. If I was right, there would be 2 more murders, one in Tate. Yes. If I knew. In the center of the octagram...
This is all... That's how we got all those locations.
Okie dokie. The Pleasance.
Eight plays, an 8-pointed symbol. There had to be a
Yes,
connection.
there did.
I'd found the name...
Hang on. Well, I don't think these two would actually...
I couldn't see it.
Yeah. It's really annoying. I feel like we're really close. But we don't know the specific thing the game wants us to do.
So what, we need to know about how people were killed in the plays.
Yes. Well,
did we find
that
out from the actor or from the library?
From the library. Only thing being, for one thing, I feel like the murders didn't really fully line up. But also is that wouldn't necessarily help us narrow down the location, because if it's strangulation, say, that could happen at either of them.
Yeah.
None of the murders are based around a specific location. I feel like the order is the little bit of throwaway line that Luton had about the order that you had to draw the lines in that he read in the book. But I don't know how to get him to think, so that means this one is the next one.
What was the first murder?
That's a good question.
Was it Monday?
No, I think some of the other counterweight killings had happened before Monday.
Okay.
I think. I might be wrong, though.
Snowrate says the order was for the Sigil of Protection, not
for the Sigil of Protection. Damn it. Okay.
Is that the Elva sign?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe... Would Carl also know anything about this?
Potentially? Just gonna see if I can.
Maybe should call out of the list of people.
All this occult business.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's go chat with Carlotta.
Who would Sir like to see this time?
I'd like to see.
See ya. I hope you're next. Fancy going to Dagon Street or the Wizard's Pleasance?
You can't keep yourself away from me, can you, Luton?
I just wanted to ask some more questions.
Questions.
Be careful, Luton.
Oh yeah, these ones no one ever wants to talk about.
Does an octagram of murders mean anything to you?
An octagram of murders? No. Should it? I mean, it's something magical, obviously. But other than that...
Why is it obviously magical?
Because of 8.
Well, 8. It has occult significance, doesn't it?
Does it? How do you know that?
When you marry into the von Überwalds, you learn about these things.
Why?
There is a lot of occult
We're using toddler
goings on
straps
in
now.
Überwald.
Why?
It's the national pastime.
Why? Ooh, a lead.
What else do you know about the number 8?
It goes between 7 and 9?
Don't play dumb with me.
What would you like me to play?
I meant about the occult significance of the number 8.
Well, I'm no expert.
Anything might be useful.
You think the occult is involved in this case somehow?
I'm convinced of it. I think it's something to do with Nylon Ethatep, the laddering horror.
The laddering horror?
A creature from the dungeon dimensions.
Well, I understand there's something about the harmonics of the number that is attractive to the denizens of the dungeon dimensions. But that's all I know, really.
You did know that, though.
Yeah.
So maybe you can help Luton connect these dots and tell
Can we
us
ask her just
about
about
the
Nylon Ethatep?
Yes, let's try that after this.
Do you know anything about the 8 great tragedies?
I'm sure you can think of something better to ask me, Luton.
Come on. Okay.
Ads
Have
running.
you heard of
Ads are
Nylon
running.
Ethatep?
No. What is it?
Never mind.
Well, that's just as well. She didn't know.
I'm gonna go for a little secret wee-wee.
I might do the same. Don't tell
Let's do
anyone.
it.
Chat.
Okay.
Everyone
I'll be
just
back in a minute.
take some time and think about Nylon Ethatep.
Yeah.
See.
It ladders. BRB.
Oh, I'm not muted on stream. Purrin can't hear me, but you guys still can. Hi. Oh, I'm also Purrin could. I've done a very good job at muting myself. Back in a sec. Just came back and saw both of the little VTuber models passed out. I'm back. You are still muted, Purrin. You're still muted. I don't know if this is intentional or not. Oh, did I mute you? I can't mute Purrin. Can I? I don't know what's happening. Uh-oh. Have I done something ridiculously wrong somehow? You're still muted on Discord, Purrin, as far as I can see, but... Oh, what's happening? Well, we've lost Purrin. Oh. Still says you're muted. Oh. I'm an idiot. Don't worry.
Mute.
I found it. I was wondering why I thought I'd muted myself and then nothing had happened.
Ah. You muted me.
I found the problem. I had indeed lowered the volume. I'm good at brain. This is why I'm such a good detective. Right. Anyway, now that we've all learned what a fool I am.
And had a wee.
The two most important things. Still no closer to figuring this out, though, we've not asked her about the Elva sign?
Oh, yeah.
Until I was sure I could trust her,
Never mind.
There were some things I didn't want to discuss with Carlotta. And frankly,
why talk to Carlotta about anything, frankly?
If I'd ever really trust her.
Why ever talk to Carlotta, who's given us a wealth of information? Becca's silencing people, suppressing freedom of speech. But only by accident. So...
Yeah. And it was only me.
Hey! I always like hearing you talk. Shut up.
I love to talk.
Try and puzzle that one out.
Beep, beep. That's me saying the sentence.
Pern, your classic catchphrase, beep, beep. We are close, but no cigar thus far.
Oh, I don't like cigars. They smell bad.
So really, we're exactly where we want to be then.
Yeah.
Beep beep, it's Purrin. Oh my god, why is the... Ugh. I'm still getting encoding overloaded, even though I changed my settings, and it makes me angry. But that's besides the point.
What else have we got in our list of crap? Oh, did we show her the list of people?
Ooh. I think we tried?
Until I was sure I could trust her, and frankly... Do you know anything about theater?
I like to go to the disc theater every now and then.
Why?
I enjoy the plays.
Well, that sounded like it would be interesting, but then it wasn't.
Should we go ask the actual guy at this? Didn't we ask him about the plays? About the flyer?
We did, and I think he offered nothing of use. I'm gonna... Have we tried any of the specific deaths?
I'll be waiting.
On the list of plays? Because he might piece together, like, poison! That links to this play.
Oh,
there
maybe.
did seem to be something in common with the counterweight returns and Wells 8 Street
We know, Luton!
Drink the perfume, Luton. Drink it. And fill your mouth full of crusty bandages.
Okay.
I've put my hood up. I'm annoyed at Luton.
Okay, now.
I'd found the name that...
Yeah, we know, bud. Okay. There did seem to be something in common. I hoped my streamer would soon figure it out so I could acknowledge it properly. I'm gonna end you, Luton. Whichever of these...
He's gonna poop in his hat.
Whichever of these deaths is the most violent, Luton. It's coming for you. I'm telling you.
Was our death on one of the murders? I mean, on one of the points?
A good question. But I don't think we have any way to write it down. I don't think we have anything in our notebook about our own death. Weirdly enough.
All right, what about the golden sword and the plays? Maybe we could... Yeah. Because we were stabbed with the golden sword, weren't we?
We were. Okay. Flyer, Luton, notebook, golden sword.
I couldn't see a link between that and the sword.
Or the sword and the 8 great tragedies. Have we ever got any information by doing this?
I don't think that had anything to do with the plays.
I feel like we have on one clue, but I don't... I think we did it on the,
I feel like
Azil clue?
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing, though. It's like... I feel like we've tried everything that seems reasonable that would get him to make the connection we need him to make. And he keeps saying, like, I'm sure there was a connection between the two. It's like, Luton.
Yeah, we must be missing something
really
small. Maybe check out... the hell's the deal with that bone?
I don't know.
Maybe just go and ask the playwright, the actor again.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if he has anything for us.
They must have added a new NPC for a point.
True. Although that reason may well have been just to annoy us.
Yeah, he is quite annoying.
Let's just check there's nothing else we've missed. Doesn't look like it. Because I think we may have got some new entries in the notebook since we last spoke to him. All right, Privetier.
Mind if I ask some more questions?
Are you?
That is neither here nor there.
Not sure we actually even had this one.
Tell me about the 8 great tragedies, and don't make me
not had this
regret
conversation
asking you about this.
The 8 great tragedies
Pretty sure.
are considered to be among the finest of Quell's plays. Each one a poignant drama with an insight into the mortal condition.
That's all you have to say?
I could tell you much more.
Such as?
I could tell of the soul-searching anguish of Village in The Happy Prince of Copperhaven, as he struggles to decide whether to avenge the death of his father, whilst in the meantime inadvertently stabbing and poisoning the entire cast in oh so many humorous misunderstandings.
No, that's fine.
Oh,
I want to see
it. Middle of the night, he cries. Oh, that my
if only there was a similar play in our world.
That tapestry whilst I was practicing with my poignard.
That's enough.
And the famous soliloquy, to be or not to be. Oh, what's the point? Nobody's listening. Or perhaps I could tell of the tempestuous love of Antilogy for Cleopatra, queen of the Jelly Baby.
Stop it!
Perhaps the unspeakable acts of Titus Diplodocus.
Jelly Baby.
If one good deed in all my life I did, I do repent it from my very soul. That's all, folks.
All right, enough.
Our revels now are ended.
Stop! I knew I shouldn't have asked.
Oh, are you joking? He didn't even give us anything new.
Of course he didn't. He's an NPC in Discworld Noir. They never help.
Golden sword. Ask him about a golden sword.
Why not?
Why is it still on our list?
Tell me what you know about golden swords.
Alas, I know of but one such blade, the falchion
from
Trochus and Chrysalis.
The falchion was a slightly curved sword, cast in gold.
Well, the real one would be if it existed. Our prop is an old table leg whittled to a point.
Interesting.
About the prop? We have many other props, you know.
I meant what you said about the sword was interesting. I think it was the blade that killed me the other week.
You look surprisingly well for a cadaver, my boy.
Hell yes.
They don't make murders like they used to.
Oh, I know what you mean.
It didn't unlock anything, though, which makes me feel like it's not taking us anywhere.
What would you say if I told you I suspected people are being murdered to summon a terrible entity to destroy the city?
I would say,
yeah, we've had this conversation.
I did to you. What? Do you know?
Should I?
Maybe ask him about the murders. Like, if we say, would you... Mundi hung upside down or whatever.
Yeah, good
Maybe
shout.
that's...
Okay.
Or
There was
drowned
a
in wine
murder
and
at
all that, yeah.
Unseen University recently. The reader of esoteric occultism was killed. Do you know anything about that?
Alas, no. But all that must live must die. Passing through nature to eternity.
Remind me not to
Eternity.
invite you to my next party.
Okay. That didn't sound encouraging.
No.
Let's try Monday specifically, but...
Yeah. Because that seems like a
man
particular...
named Monday was killed recently.
Slain amidst the bright flags of peace,
So Monday
eh?
was the one who had his eyes
hung
gouged
upside
out.
down in his room with his eyes
Yeah, with his
plucked
eyes
out.
plucked out like in
Yeah,
that play.
it was in one of the
Indeed.
plays.
It reminds me of Will's epic, The Leering
Yeah.
King. Ah, such sweet sorrows.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that the gods exploit our weaknesses to show us our faults.
More like the gods exploit
all
our
gods
weaknesses
are
because
bastards.
it's a bit of a laugh.
Egad.
There may be truth in what you speak.
Okay.
What about Reagan's?
Do you know anything about the dwarf who rode his carriage off the Magdalen Bridge the other
It was
week?
poison, wasn't
Indeed,
it?
I do not.
That one, yeah, that was an asp.
No, I didn't
Or a
know him.
poison snake bite.
His name was
Oh, yeah,
Reagan.
yeah,
Or
the
venomous.
tiny
Reagan.
little bite.
I did not
Yeah.
know him. Although I thank you for the news all the same.
You thank me for the news?
Though, to be honest, it is never good to bring bad news.
Did the other children beat you up when you were little?
Not enough.
There was a murder up in the rooftops recently. A troll named Malachite was stabbed to death. Did you hear about that?
I know naught of stabbings, save the foul
Okay, maybe if we
betrayal
just
in
tell him
The
about
Tyrant.
each of the
A
murders.
tyrant? A play?
We
Yeah.
performed it,
Maybe
but
we'll
recently.
unlock a new dialogue option.
The grandeur of the stage.
He didn't seem to say anything
Cry
about
havoc and let's sip the
um,
dogs of war.
The dogs of war?
poisoning,
In the play,
though.
The tyrant leads an army
No.
of dogs into battle. But
But I
they
think he
kept
said something
slipping
about the
all over
rest of them,
place
hasn't he?
Because of the general muddiness.
Does he win?
Well, in the end, he's betrayed by his closest ally and stabbed to death by the people of Ephebi.
Doesn't sound like much of a victory.
No, but it's a glorious death. Et tu, Cletus. Pure poetry.
Do Cletus. Okay. Let's try the other two that we know about. And see if that...
Did you hear about the murder of the patrician's clerk?
Ah, the
Sounds like a
patrician.
weird setup to a joke.
Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
I don't think he ever wears one, but I'll take that as a no.
Okay. Strangled, though, we know.
Yeah?
Wait,
Have you heard about
mention
any
about
merchants being murdered
drowned
recently?
in wine.
But of course,
Luton
one was slain in this very theatre only days ago.
Really?
At the climax of Kensington, the merchant is strangled by his
Wow,
young
what a
wife.
weird
It was very
coincidence.
dramatic.
The murder was in the play?
I would not take such pleasure in a real murder, my boy.
To mourn a mischief that is past and gone is the next way to draw new mischief on. Couldn't you just say, bad things cause other bad things?
One must embrace the beauty of language.
Well, ease up on the hug, Privetier. I think the language needs to breathe a little.
A good line, but ultimately didn't help us. Let's try
Well, I have to
one
go.
of our other murdered options on the list of plays.
Okay.
Because I think we just tried poisoned last time, and that's a very boring way to kill someone.
A very what?
Boring way to kill someone.
Oh.
Okay. Let's check that against 8 Great Tragedies.
Can you hear it growling? I think I can hear Nylon at the top.
Ah! He's here! We're not ready for him! Go away!
Let me get my tights on first.
Oh no, they're laddered! Oh god! Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
So I double clicked on that one, but I think my mouse was still moving, so it only counted as a single click, which means that the information I had was replaced. So now I need to flip
see.
through my entire fucking thing
I
again.
read about the death of the
This is
title
awesome.
role in The
Ooh.
Leering King. one of the 8 great tragedies. The king was hung upside down from a tree, whereupon his eyes were gouged out.
Hooray!
Okay. I feel like we're maybe getting closer. If we do that on all of them.
Cypher had died just like the king's
Okay,
retainer.
I'm just going to try it on all of them and see if he finally gets it.
Matham had been poisoned. It wasn't exactly the same as the poisoning of Village and the Happy Prince of Copperhaven, but there were definite similarities with one of the other poisonings in the play. The merchant Gabe was strangled in his guild house. I didn't know by whom, but it certainly sounded similar to the strangling of the merchant in Kensington, one of Whell's great tragedies, who had been strangled by his wife, who thought he had cheated on her.
Okay. That leaves Reagan and Malachite that we've not checked, I think.
So was Whell the little dwarf in Shakespeare of Ankh-Morpork?
He was, yes. Or is,
Okay.
I think.
I think I've only really seen Macbeth. And that's because they
in Antilogy and Clefairy, the Queen of Jelly Baby is killed when she is bitten by an asp that would have left tiny bite marks on her. I was definitely onto something.
You were definitely onto something at long fucking last. Okay, hang on. I can speed this up a bit. Murders. Malachite's murder.
Malachite. Stabbed in the back repeatedly with a crowbar. The lead in The Tyrant. Stabbed in the back repeatedly.
Yes. So, Luton, what does that tell you?
We have to do it with all of them.
There did seem to be something in common with the counterweight killings
we
and
did just do
Whell's
it with all of them,
tragedies.
Oh.
And he's...
I'd read about the death.
The closest he got was like, I was definitely onto something, and then he's not.
The king was hung upside down.
Maybe that
from a
was the
tree,
flag that we can
whereupon
connect
his
something
eyes
to
were
something.
gouged out.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Let's check. 8 great tragedies. Now check that against Octagram of Murders.
8 plays, an 8-pointed symbol. There had to be a connection.
Luton, I did.
Have we asked this guy about the Elva sign? Have we asked Malaclips about the Elva sign?
We tried to ask Malaclips. I think he wouldn't tell us anything.
Okay. I thought he wouldn't tell... Okay.
We definitely did try it. I don't remember what he said, but that's...
Okay.
8 play, and 8 there had to...
I am so annoyed with Luton right now.
Mind if I ask someone? That is neat.
I don't know that he'll talk to this guy about the Elva sign. I think he's like, I only wanted to talk about that with 2 people for some reason.
Yeah.
I didn't want to mention the sign of the eel to just anyone. They'd think I was mad.
Did we use the 8 great tragedies on the bone?
I don't think so.
Let's try that in case that's the 7th connection he needs to figure this shit out.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
And if that's
And if
not
it's
it,
not, then that's fine.
then I'll just die here on the spot.
Can you look at the moon?
Wow.
No.
We can look at it. We can't investigate it though.
Boo.
But we can take all the time we want having a nice look. Notebook. 8 great tragedies. Or Octagram of Murders, maybe?
What did the bone have to do with anything?
I don't know. You made it highlightable.
I'm gonna strangle you, Luke. Okay, 8 great tragedies, maybe.
I needed a little more to go on than just a bone.
Okay. Is there anywhere we haven't sniffed? We haven't been. Can we go back to the
Wizard's
garden?
Garden. Let's give it a go.
What's it called?
Pleasance?
Pleasance, yeah.
Alkali was still...
Hi, Alkali.
Maybe we've got to kill Alkali.
Let's get him. Tear him limb from limb. Okay.
We can't climb over the wall.
Can't climb over the wall. Okay. What if this is enough to make him think, I'll hide out here?
If there was a connection to the bushes,
yeah.
I was sure it would be very spurious.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, the murder's either gonna happen on Dagon Street or here.
Yeah.
And the bone's already in Dagon Street.
Yeah, I feel like it seems quite likely that someone has already been killed and eaten there, like in that one play. Yeah. But Luton is refusing to try and draw that conclusion.
Oh, maybe we could try it on the pot.
Ooh.
There was a pot in
there. There was, yeah. Let's give it a go.
And he said someone had cooked
recently. Something. Okay, let's give it a go. If not, I am getting to the point of being tempted to just look at the hints.
That's totally fine.
Because I feel like it's going to be...
I like all the bit where we're like, you know, thinking of all the different, you know, possible clues or whatever, but, you know, after a while of not getting anywhere, it's a bit,
This is the thing. It's like, at this point, we're definitely so much on the right track, but somehow we just haven't found it, and I'm just worried it's going to be a really weird, esoteric thing it wants us to do.
Yeah.
I doubted the pots were connected to that.
Well, let's try the murders. This feels like the kind of game that wants you to rent it again.
I doubted the pots were connected to that.
I'm gonna check the hints.
I had a pirated PS1 copy, and now I've got a real copy on PC with the box and everything somewhere.
Genius.
Somewhere.
Oh, of course, I don't have Firefox anymore because my computer decided that it doesn't exist now.
What?
I don't know. I updated my computer like during this stream when the thing was crashed, and Firefox is just gone now, I guess. I'll reinstall it after this stream. I don't know why it's gone though. Alright, Discworld Noir. Act 3. Tying it all together. Or tracking down the other murders. Tying it all together, probably. In the range of her, something yeah. No, we... What killings? Yes. Yep. Yes. Okay. We've done that one.
Yeah.
What do I do at the Disc Theatre? There are two things to do here. There are two things to do here besides talking to Privetier, the actor, which you don't have to do if you don't want to. Well, that's a shame. The theatre is one place where murders are commonplace. In fact, yeah. Need more info. Examine the flyer. Look up the tragedy in the library. Yeah. More to this theatre than just dramaturgy. The cult meets here somewhere. What?
What?
What? Okay. We didn't try this, to be fair. But that's because Luton doesn't like turning into a wolf when there's someone else around.
You fucking joking? You gotta be a wolf here.
I quickly transformed into a wolf and had a sniff around. There was an eerie, dark magenta scent in the theater. But what caught my attention was the magenta scent that seemed to disappear into the stage. My murderer had been here.
I don't...
That is ridiculous. That is... Like, at least make us do a puzzle where we have to say, something's gone wrong backstage, go take a look.
Couldn't be asked, like, writing a puzzle where this guy pisses off for a second. Could they not be asked animating and walking or something? Gotta scream.
It's fine. It's not fine.
Because I'm sick of him saying. I don't even when there's no one on the screen.
Exactly. Like
this bullshit.
There's been so many things where it's been okay. We've set up very clearly and established that this, you know, if you ask this person about this, they won't tell you anything. Or if you look this up, you don't get anything. Except for this one time.
I ran my finger around the marks casually. There was something about them that made you want to trace things on them, like a smiley face or a tic-tac-toe board. Well, something like that. Maybe something a little more sinister.
Did you have to look up a guide to find that out? Yeah, because it's fucking bullshit. All right. Let's draw one of these two things. This is the one they had. Let's try that first.
I've sent you
I
Sean's
traced the sign of the
interpretation.
eel across the marks, exactly as I learned how
Okay,
to
I'll
do
check it
in the Libraris
after
Apocrypha. There was a
we've
faint click.
revealed what's
The
happening
next thing
here.
I knew, there was a passageway under the stage.
Wow. Secrets.
Pokey pokey.
Pokey pokey. Ah, I am filled with rage.
Ooh.
Oh, that's such a long way to go. Such a long way to fall.
At least we don't have to click all the way down.
They very easily could have made us do that, huh? Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's probably fine. We don't need to worry about that at all. No. I am A-okay with all of this.
The passageway led into a dark and ominous vault. The whole sepulchral temple seemed to be formed from curves and angles that would give geometry teachers nightmares.
Sorry, I may have gone and looked at the drawing. Oh, God. Okay.
The map of the Circle C seemed to be the only interesting feature of the altar. The centerpiece to this disturbing chamber was a stone altar, engraved with a map of the Circle C. It looked centuries old, the kind of altar that could tell a few tales if it could talk. I was glad it couldn't.
Okay. Well, now we're here.
Shall we summon it?
Using the map, I worked out where each of the 8 great tragedies had taken place. They made an
thank God.
octagram around the edge. I could match each of the tragedies to one of the murders, and the positions corresponded.
So you needed to come to this specific place to figure that out, yeah?
Dragged to death from the wizard's
You couldn't have just couldn't have just done that from all the information we gave you, no?
I had a feeling I knew what had bothered me about the bone in the fish bar now. It was a human femur. That meant there was only one murder to go, and that it would take place at the wizard's presence.
Okay.
So now we get to hide in a bush. Obviously, it was going to be there. There was no fucking bush in the other place.
There was nowhere interactable to hide in the other place, Luton. Obviously. Dumbass.
Crap, shall we start our own private investigator agency?
Absolutely. Yeah, and Luton's not allowed.
Moderately better than Luton.
I mean, it would be hard to be worse. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's go hide in a bush, I guess.
Hooray!
Al-Khali.
Hi, Al-Khali.
Oh my God.
How you doing, bud? Uh-oh. I remember you.
Oh God, why do I remember you?
Dogs, but I thought that this black thoroughbred
this was the dog that was
a Klatchian
waiting
hound,
outside the
also known as the Kelef Klatchani.
Archaeology Guild shortly
Small,
before we died.
Proud and ruthless. The Kelef Klatchani were prized by dog breeders throughout
Circle
the
C.
Circle
Oh shit.
C.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh
What
shit.
this one was doing out on the streets was anyone's guess.
Is it a werewolf?
Pet
I
the
thought
dog.
about
Pet the
petting
dog.
but there was something about the way he looked that made me think twice, maybe even 3 times about it.
He's just hanging out. He's just a little guy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Listen to the
transform in
noises.
such an exposed area.
An exposed
Fine.
area.
The dog can
What?
see him. He's shy.
Dogs are more perceptive than actors. This is apparently
Yeah.
Luton's
I don't know what to tell
I
you,
didn't
man.
know how long I'd have to wait until something happened, but it turned out to be less than I thought. I'd suspected I'd been being followed, and I wasn't surprised to find
we
that
know.
Al
We
Kali
established
was
this.
skulking around behind me. Gods alone knows how he got into the university. But if I could do it, I guess anyone could.
Barely obscured by that bush there.
It's so sneaky. Perfect. I love this game. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no, a murder took place. So did we stake this location out just to see it happen, or were we trying to stop it? Okay, I guess it was.
Wait,
maybe
was that a were man?
I guess maybe. Or is it what happens if a werewolf bites a dog? It becomes extra dog wolf.
Don't know. Carlotta, why are you
Carlotta?
here?
Why did you carry on with the case, Luton?
Too many people told me to stop.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. I like you,
you're gonna
Luton.
kill us again.
It didn't have to be this way.
So you're behind this, are you?
I'm just a servant. My master, Anu, is behind this.
That beast is Mooncalf's god?
Mooncalf didn't start this cult. I did. When the last human worshippers of Anu had passed on, leaving only an empty temple in their wake, the cult lived on among the lycanthropes. My late husband got me involved, and I came back to Ankh-Morpork to arrange everything.
Came back?
I thought you'd realize, Luton. I'm Therma.
It figures. You killed Malachite, didn't you?
I didn't kill any of them. My master did that. We just arranged everything for him.
Carlotta, why?
Gather together and pray.
You were in the Temple of Small Gods
Think
each
of it,
time
we finally found
Therma.
Therma.
It was a perfect
We solved the
alibi.
case.
Why was Malachite looking for you?
I'm his sister.
His sister? Hands up who can spot the big problem here.
I was adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Karst. They named me Therma. And Malachite and I grew up together.
What happened?
It's a tough life when you're a poor troll. And tougher still when you weren't born a troll. I used to sit at the table eating bread, while the rest of the family was chewing cold sandwiches. That kind of thing leaves its mark on a girl.
My heart bleeds for you.
Malachite and I broke into the von Uberwald mansion and made off with some of the Count's valuables, including that pendant you've been carrying around.
And that jeweled box in the carriage that presumably held the asp that poisoned Reagan.
That's right.
How did you and Malachite get separated?
He got caught, but he didn't tell the watch about me. I thought I'd seen the last of him. I sold most of what I got, and I was living off it comfortably. But I'd seen that painting in the hallway, and it got me thinking.
The painting that looks like you?
Exactly. I reinvented myself as a debutante, and I seduced Ulrich and married into high society. I went back to Uberwald with him, changed my name to Carlotta, and my life as a troll was forgotten. Therma was dead. Long live Carlotta von Uberwald.
Did you know Ulrich was a werewolf?
Not until the honeymoon. That was a surprise, I can tell you. Not entirely an unpleasant one, I have to say.
How did you get involved in this cult business?
Before he died, Ulrich inducted me into the worship of Anu, and it became my mission to engineer his return to power. I recruited followers and we prayed to him, gradually awakening his consciousness. He'd been stuck in the form of a small dog on the streets of Al-Khali for decades, not even remembering who he was. As our numbers grew, Anu's power grew, and eventually he was able to slip aboard a ship and steal his way here to Ankh-Morpork.
The Milka.
That's right. The Milka also stopped off at Sort, where it picked up Mundi. He was supposed to be bringing us the Sortese Fallschirm, having stolen it from a dig at Sorta. The archaeologists didn't even know it was there. Unfortunately, what we hadn't counted on was that Mundi was a man with few scruples and even less brains to go with it. Either he approached Horst, or Horst approached him. One way or another, he arranged to sell the sword to that devious troll.
Only he didn't have the sword, did he? He'd concealed it in one of the crates in the cargo hold.
We didn't know that. We just knew that Mundi had gone to ground. That's why I hired you to find him.
And when I did, your cult killed him. Only you'd expected the sword to be with him. And by the time he was dead, it was too late to ask him where he'd put it.
We couldn't believe our luck when you found the sword for us after Mundi's death. I'm sorry that my master had to stab you to get it.
Did you know I was going to get killed? Was that why you made me into a werewolf?
I suspected that things would get a little rough for you, and I believed you were too valuable an asset to waste.
I'm flattered. And the counterweight killings were your cult attempting to summon
Why aren't they just giving us a full summary of everything that's happened?
Before. I don't get it.
With the Falchion, my master can defeat the laddering horror again, and he will grow in power, ascending to the ranks of the most powerful gods, where he belongs.
That's all very well, but a lot of people died for that dream. You can't just go around killing people whenever the notion strikes you. It's not polite.
What are the lives of a few people against the prize?
Reagan knew, didn't he? Or at least suspected.
I don't know what he actually knew, but he suspected a lot. He'd been blackmailing me for weeks.
The envelope in his locker. He said he had evidence, didn't he?
I didn't know it was empty. He said he had proof, and he knew enough that I couldn't take any chances. He had to go.
Why are you telling me all this?
It's customary for the villain to explain his evil schemes when the hero is captured.
I'm no hero, and you're no villain either.
I mean, I appreciate
We're
it,
just
though.
people.
You know it's not too late, Luton. Join us.
Join your cult. What happens if I refuse?
There's no point in refusing. It's already too late to stop the summoning of Nylonathotep. Al-Khali was the 8th murder.
Oops.
Even now, the other cultists are gathering at the focal point for the invocation.
That would be the temple under the Disc Theater, I take it.
You're good. I'll give you that. Let's go, or we'll miss the pre-summoning.
What if I try to stop you?
Like I said, it's already too late for that. Join us, Luton. You know it's the only choice.
I could
Join
kill
us.
you and make a run for it.
You wouldn't hurt me, would you, Luton? After all we've been through.
I'm with
You
Carl
arranged the
Otter.
murder of your own brother, and
Cult,
you'd have
cult,
me killed
cult,
too
cult.
if I got in the way.
So what? In this
Oh,
world, you
no,
get one
killed
chance
Malachi,
at happiness.
actually. That was me.
You may be right.
Ah, yeah.
All right. I'll go along with this.
All the other murders were
Yeah,
me.
like
Making any
the other
promises
7
for
we're
the
fine with,
future.
but Malachi,
That's good enough for
no
me.
good.
Carlotta told me she would have to bind me in case I got any foolish ideas, and then she escorted me into the depths of the temple. It looked like the whole crowd was there. As well as Carlotta, I recognized Mooncalf and Warb, the wizard from Saturnalia.
Yeah, we remember those ones.
8 of them in all. 1 for each person on the list. But my attention was drawn to the hulking mass of Anu Anu, and the golden sword that he was wielding like it was a toothpick.
It begins.
Take your places, people. Everyone remember your lines.
Nylonathotep, who summoned thee? In accordance with the ancient pacts, we have made 8 sacrifices in the manner prescribed. Come to us.
I was filled with an overwhelming sensation of dread. I guess summoning rituals have that effect on me.
It is here. Now I command you, by the power of the Fashion, to bend to my will. Bend to my will. I
This
command.
always ends well in stories.
Everyone's robe closes except for Carlotta's, so you can still see it.
I got the impression that that wasn't supposed to happen.
Ah,
The next
who
thing
could have
I knew,
foreseen
the temple was
this?
coming apart at the seams, and rocks were falling everywhere.
Oh no!
Oh no, oh no.
I don't know what was wrong, but it seemed as if Anu Anu
Yes.
couldn't control the unspeakable force of cosmic horror that he had unleashed.
Weird.
And now it was
It
loose
usually ends so well.
as if my day wasn't bad enough already.
Yay!
Oh shit. Nylonathotep is here.
After the rubble had settled, I pulled myself out from under it and had a look around. The temple seemed different somehow. And not just because the roof had caved in. Anu Anu was lying in a crumpled heap on the other side of the chamber, and Carlotta was tending to his wounds. The rest of the cult had made their getaway. Everyone but Warb, whose luck had taken a permanent turn for the worse.
Oh no, not Warb. Fan favorite Warb.
I really liked WoW.
You mentioned earlier that you want to do some Mario Karts this evening. So
Yeah.
I reckon this could be a good stopping point.
Yeah,
pick
if
up
we're
next
just starting a
stream.
new act.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
was convinced we were about to finish it, but no, we're starting a new
we're
act.
yeah.
So
It's Act 4 now, baby.
okay.
So yeah, I think we're gonna end it there. Thank you once again, Perrin, for joining me.
Thank you so much for this impromptu Discworld.
It was great
session.
I'm glad you were up for it.
I loved it. Yeah. Fun.
But we'll probably be back on Wednesday then, yeah? I imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. It depends on what other plans or when my other plans happen. We killed so many people. Did we? I mean, we didn't stop so many people getting killed.
Yeah, it wasn't by our hand.
Yeah, we just didn't.
It was by some other thing's tentacle.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you all for coming by as well. It's been a delight. Now I have to see if I'm logged in. Oh, I'm not logged into Twitch on any other browsers. And
What are you trying to do?
see who's around to raid. But
oh
no, I am logged in. Nice. What have we got? Smilk is doing Geogasser.
Mary Ellen's playing Disco Elysium.
Ooh. What's Wade doing? Siberia, the world.
Oh, I want to play the Siberia games.
Shall we raid Wade then?
I think this is like the third one, so I won't know what's going on. But I don't know. But yeah, whichever.
Ooh. No, let's raid Starling Dust, who I don't think I've raided before, and is currently playing Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
Excellent.
Starling Dust. Hey. So yeah. As I say, I'll probably be back tomorrow with something. I keep saying Elsinore and then not doing it. I'm gonna stream Elsinore tomorrow, I promise. Okay? I'm gonna hold myself to that this time. And yeah, if can I still give you a shout out when raid's happening? If you're not following Purin already. Oh, it did cancel the raid. Or did it?
Oh no.
Oh no, I think it's just
No, I think
covering it over. Cool.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, it's going in 7 seconds though, apparently. So thanks everyone. But oh no, yeah, I can't tell. Something's happening.
It's saying 26 seconds. Oh wait, no.
Now it's saying.
I don't know what's happening. No, it's just carrying on.
Okay, yeah. Check out Perrin.
Thanks everyone.
She'll be streaming on Sunday probably. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh, I got all weird at the end of a